We're with Coach Boynton as the Cowboys get ready to face Kansas State in Stillwater. And good win over West Virginia. So many good things against the Mountaineers. And then so much of this is timing. You run into Kansas probably at not a very good time. So it's the ebb and flow of conference play, isn't it?
Yeah, and particularly this conference, right? The best conference in the country for, probably the last decade plus. But I was really proud of our guys for the way they competed and represented all that was going on last Saturday. And to remember the 10 game against West Virginia, I thought we competed at a really, really high level. We played with a sense of purpose that was really, really important for that day. And then a couple of days later, play against a team that, is really, really good. It's got a lot of weapons. They give us particularly problems. They can really score inside. And so your plan is to go in and try to make them beat you from the outside. They make their first few threes, and it changes the way you want to attack them. And obviously always playing in, Fog Island Fieldhouse is a challenge. But on a day that they're making threes, which they were the other day, makes it that much more challenging.
John Michael Wright up at Kansas went over 2,000 points for his career collectively at High Point and here at Oklahoma State. The last 3 games, you changed the starting lineup 2 weeks ago. He's been starting. His productions continue to go up. But what has made John Michael special to you, not just as a player but as a person? Because 2,000, that's pretty uncommon, even when you're building in COVID years.
Yeah, 1,000 is difficult.
Yeah.
Still, in terms of the consistency which that takes over the course of your career. But 2,000 is really elite. You talk about a kid who probably wasn't sure he could play college basketball because of his size when he was younger. To have the fortitude and the care and the work ethic to create himself the opportunity to become a really good college player, and then to be able to transfer that not just at High Point but in the Big 12 and be really productive. I'm proud of who he is as a person. The character he brings to our program every day, the leadership that he's been able to develop over the course of the last year and a half, his ability to be more vocal with young guys like Jamyron Keller and Justin McBride and Eric Daly. All those things have been critically important. And I'm certainly thankful that I've been able to be a part of his journey, and he's taken the opportunity with our program to make it a part of his story.
You know what's funny? I just thought of this. He sort of fits you. Would you say there's some similarities in personality between you and him? Just the thoughtfulness. Just there's a connection there.
Yeah, in fact, he and I have talked about that in the ways that we are sort of kind of quiet in most public settings, but have a very unique ability to be aware of our surroundings, ability to understand what our group needs from us in the moment to be successful, and the courage to go for it, right? And to take the chance to go to a school that he grew up wanting to play at and dare to dream in many ways. This is a great story for a young man and hopefully for other young people out there that you can chase dreams at the highest level possible.
Yeah, and you achieved that, and it's a couple of things. You transfer, there has to be adaptability. And then the reality is you have to be blessed with good health. I mean, guys could be trending toward a big number, and then suddenly they miss the last 20 games of a season, and it's just not possible. So there's a lot of things that go into that.
Yeah, and then having faith and courage to never allow yourself in those challenging times, which he's had over the course of his career, certainly even in the beginning of this season, to not give up, not give in, to keep showing up and doing the hard, necessary work to have your best be able to be displayed. And we're really proud of him. We got, about a month and a half left with him, and hopefully we can finish strong for him and have him go out here really, really proud of the legacy he's going to leave behind.
We get to this point in the year, and it's a grind. It's the start of February now. We're in the midst of conference play. It seems even in current times, it's even more difficult. There's a lot of noise. There's social media. Hey, let's face it, there are stories of players that are being contacted by other schools in the middle of the season. So there is a lot going on. Some may be true, some not. How do you manage all that noise? Because I'm sure it's coming at these guys in a million different ways from a million different directions. How do you deal with that?
Well, the foundation of our program is really about relationships and really making sure that these young people understand that we care about them as people. That we want to see them grow and develop, not only to be great basketball players, to be great men, to be strong leaders in our community and in their homes where they're going to live. And we feel like, at the foundation of it, if we do that, enough of these guys will be impacted by us that they'll want to continue to invest in us the same way we invest in them, because it truly is an investment in terms of helping these guys understand what it takes to be a responsible adult, at some point being a responsible husband and father. But right now we want to help them become great basketball players and great students and great friends and great teammates. And I think we're doing that. And if you do that, then you allow the rest of the stuff to take care of itself.
Yeah.
And truly believing that that's what matters in life, but not only in life, but in basketball, right? If you become a good teammate, you'll become a better player, because the more you give, the more you get. We really believe in that. And so regardless of the noise, and it has changed in the last 7 years since I've been a head coach, we got to continue to value the things that are really important at the core of being a good person. And I try to lead by example in that regard, but also my assistants and support staff try to do as well.
As you recruit and put your roster together, do you ponder, as you think about these young people, bringing them into your basketball family, okay, if things are really going badly on February 1st, how will they handle it? If things are going really well on February 1st, how will they handle it? Is that something you think about in terms of sort of pondering situations and what they might be like as an individual within the group?
Yeah, not only do we think about it, we talk about it actually in the recruiting process. We talk to them about the process of their decision. We don't want them to make their decision based off of, playing in a conference tournament championship game and what that may feel like, or being on the 5-game winning streak in conference, or making a game winner at home in front of your home crowd. We talk about missing 2 free throws at the end of a game, dealing with those difficult moments, going on a 4-game losing streak in the middle of conference play, maybe having a lull in your shooting streak, and being able to be around people that really believe in you and can allow you to grow through those moments and allow yourself to still feel comfortable that they believe in you and we believe in them. And so, yeah, we not only think about it, but we're very intentional about making sure we identify those moments as things that need to go into the process of them coming here and us taking them. Like, how do you feel like you can deal with the challenges that are going to come inevitably with this process of college basketball? And for the most part, the guys have handled it well.
One challenge you faced on Monday, Bryce Thompson at the media timeout went down with an injury. Can you give us any update as to his status?
Yeah, so he's probably going to be done for the season. He's going to have surgery today, torn labrum. Really unfortunate. I hate it for the kid more than anything. One of the hardest working, most intentional guys that I've ever been around in terms of wanting to be a great player. So unfortunate, but it's a part of the game. Injuries are part of it. We're prayerful that he'll be able to make a strong, full recovery and get back and become the best player that he's capable of being beyond that point. So we don't know a time frame for his return, but we know it's probably unlikely that it'll be this season.
So next up is Kansas State. The reality is you're in a great position to beat them in Manhattan, Kansas. Just didn't go your way down the stretch. What do you like about the potential of this matchup?
Well, I like that we've played them on the road really well and had a chance there at the end, a couple of possessions to win the game. And so there's a sense of confidence that this is a group we can perform well against. I think our better play started in Manhattan, and there was a sense of angst and anger when we left that gym that our guys felt like one slipped away. So I feel confident that our guys will come in and prepare for the next couple of days with a mindset that we can win, and then it's a matter of putting it together and making sure you execute the game plan for 40 minutes on Saturday. Is
there one specific thing from that first matchup that you've told the guys, hey, if we improve this, we will beat these guys?
No question. We should have a 10 to 12 point lead at halftime. That was probably, I think, 4, and part of it we had 12 turnovers in the first half. Didn't have as many in the second half, played really well, but if you cut those turnovers down, don't give them easy baskets, you can stretch that lead out and give yourself a real chance to close out the game. So taking care of the basketball and getting good shots will be vitally important.
And we look forward to 1 o'clock against Kansas State at Gallagher-Iba Arena. We'll see you next week.